Everybody, Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload pretty much every single day. Now, the Indianapolis Colts have traded for Carson Wentz. They gave up pennies on the dollar for a guy who could be a gold mine. And I say could be because it's a big could be. A big could. Like maybe, like, oh my God, if we can get the 2018 version of this guy back, then he could be the 25-year-old version instead of the 28-year-old version. He could be really, really, really special for the Colts. And here's why. Because we know the talent is there for Carson Wentz. Even though he went to North Dakota State, he went number 2 overall in the draft. The Eagles traded up to get him. So that lets you know the talent is there. Not only that, but he had a season where he should or could have won the MVP of the regular season. That team went on to win the Super Bowl without him. So we know that he could be good. But there are a few things that we do know because there's a bunch of like could have been, should have been, would have been, could have been, all that stuff. But what we do know is that he's kind of toxic in the locker room. He's not the best teammate. There's articles that come out of Philly that said he's a diva, that he can be annoying. And then even though they fired the coach and said, okay, Carson, we're going to fire Doug Peterson because Peterson didn't act like he didn't know what the hell was going on. Even though he won a Super Bowl, he acted like towards the end he was being really, really dumb, even though his quarterback was playing bad, but he was being dumb, flip-flopping, not saying whatever. But even though we fired the coach, Carson, we're choosing you over Doug. And he still wanted out. So there's still something to that. But here's the good thing about Indianapolis. They have a really good GM. Chris Ballard is A1. He drafts well, drafted Darius Leonard, a defensive player of the year candidate every single year, all-pro. He drafted Quentin Nelson, a guard, even though people made fun of him. He's been an all-pro guard every year, and he's been in the league. He went out and got guys, DeForest Buckner from the 49ers. Perfect pickup. He's got the offensive line is one of the best in the league. Defensive units, one of the best in the league. Michael Pittman is still in the draft. Jonathan, the running back out of Wisconsin, is still in the draft. So they've gotten really good pieces. They draft really well in Indianapolis. And the number one problem with the Eagles over the years, it's not just been since Carson Wentz has been there. It's been for historically almost, it feels like, is that the offensive line has been horrible, right? Like he gets hit a lot and he gets injured a lot. But here's the thing. So one thing you don't have to worry about, you have a really good running game, and you won't have to worry about getting hit because the offensive line is A1. It's excellent. And the defense is really good. Now, the weapons could use an upgrade. You can use an upgrade on the outside. You probably need to get another receiver, and you probably need to get like some more speed on the offense. But I think bringing Paris Campbell back will help a lot. And one more playmaker probably on defense alongside of Darius Leonard and DeForest Buckner. But the team is well constructed. Like the team is a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl. And if Carson Wentz can turn back to the 2018 version of Carson Wentz and not the 2020 version of Carson Wentz, or maybe the 2017 version of Carson Wentz, this team could legitimately be fighting for a Super Bowl. They could be right up there with Kansas City. That's how well they're constructed. They actually, from top to bottom, are a better put together team than Kansas City. Now, obviously, the quarterback is a big if because while he is talented, he has been lackluster the last few years. And then he has been a locker room problem the last few seasons. So that's why I'm saying they could save Carson Wentz's career. But it's up to Carson. At the end of the day, it's up to Carson because 15 touchdowns, 15 picks, and leading the league in turnovers when you were a starter is not the move. It's not gonna get it. It's not gonna get it done in Indianapolis. I'm sorry. I am sorry. This is your second and maybe last chance in this league to be and to prove that you're an elite player, to prove that you're an elite quarterback, to prove that you are the solution, not the problem, that Philly was the problem. And if you go out there and show out, then Philly has bigger issues. Now, Philly has a ton of issues on their own because they just hired a coach that doesn't look like he knows what the hell's going on. He went to the press conference, we're going to work hard because working hard is what we're going to do. And we're going to work hard because we're going to work. Like, nah, man, get the hell out of here. And they hired that coach to try to fix Carson Wentz because that's where he was at last year. Indianapolis. He came from Frank Wright. So this relationship between Frank Wright, who was Carson Wentz's offensive coordinator the year he should have won the MVP, it better work. Because Carson, if Frank Wright can't fix you, you ain't getting another chance. All your eggs are in the basket of Frank Wright and this QB rehab, this Carson Wentz rehab, and that you can get fixed. Because right now, it's not looking good. But you landed in a great spot. I think it's a better position than if you would have landed in a division with Aaron Rodgers. If you would have went to the Chicago Bears, you go to a Colts team who's in the division with the Texans, who are a mess, probably the biggest mess in the NFL. They were first above Philly. Philly was the second worst mess in the league. Houston's number one, clearly. You're in a division with the Texans, the Jaguars, who have the number one pick in the draft, and a college coach who hired a racist strength and conditioning coordinator. So that's an issue in itself. So the Texans, the Jaguars, two organizations that are historically bad, and so it's prime for you to take. And the Tennessee Titans, whose best players are running back. No offense to Derrick Henry, but you're not going to win Super Bowls when your best players are running back. It is what it is. And the coach is supposed to be a defensive guy, and the defense is horrible. So this division is for taking. Like, the division is yours to take. A team that was just in the playoffs, a team that has a Super Bowl roster. See what Carson can do. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. at the Black Boss Channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I post content on there all the time.